Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey there, welcome to Ask TJ About Marketing. I'm your host, Terry Johnson from Terry Johnson Online. I am a marketing coach, marketing specialist, here to talk about basic marketing questions you may have about running a business, running a brand online, growing online, all of those things that you need to do in order to grow and build your business online. So let's get into it. Let's talk about those basic marketing questions that you may have on your mind and never found the answer or the right answer, or you're just overwhelmed by all the information that's online. Well, never fear. I'm here to help you with that process, and we are going to answer one of those questions today. Are you ready? Let's go. So today's question is, so I try to find topics that's going to help us get to the center of what we need to do as business owners. So remember last week I said we are not business owners. What are we now?
We are creators.
We are creators. We are content creators. So now you got to start thinking with the business hat. You got to take it off and you got to put the content creator hat on. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to talk about how to do that. Because why? Because that's what Adam Mosseri said. And if for some reason everybody wants to be big on Instagram, and I mean it's good reason there. We talked about how many people are online, where they're hanging out, what do they want to do. We talked about TikTok, and we talked about is it going to be banned? Is it not going to be banned? So those are all things that go help us into where do we find our next customer? Because you've already got customers and you know how to keep those. You want to keep them, but you want to constantly bring in new customers. So how do you do that? You go where the attention is. The attention right now is social media, good, bad, or ugly. Good, bad, or ugly. That's the only thing I can think about, because it's necessary. It's necessary. I think it is. I see a lot of people on that write blogs or articles and saying, "Oh, you don't need social media." You don't need it, but you want it because everybody is there.
Right.
Okay, so I love to set it up because I'm not sure. And I had somebody tell me, Terry, you keep repeating things. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm not sure if everybody's getting it. I'm not sure.
Well, here's the thing about learning. It's repetitive.
Right.
We learned the alphabet when we started in kindergarten, maybe even preschool.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you got to kindergarten, they repeated what you learned in preschool. And then they kept repeating it, and we're still using them ABCs.
But it works, right? You know your multiplication tables?
Yes.
Do you know that kids today don't know theirs? They don't need to.
Oh yeah, because they just pick up a device.
They have a phone. And now we have ChatGPT. We have AI.
So we don't need to.
Right. And so this, you have to keep repeating. It's just, to me, I'm like, am I saying this too many times? But it has to get through.
It really does.
It has to get through. And I like to talk about the basics because the basics, they don't change. So what I want to talk about today, getting into the topic, the center of your business, it has to do with what I said about, people saying if TikTok is the end of my business, Instagram goes down, it's the end of my business, Facebook goes away, it's the end of my business. That's completely wrong. You're doing something wrong. The center of your business is, anybody know? If I tell you?
Anybody want to guess?
Yeah, go ahead, guess. Let's get
No, I'm just asking the people in the audience, do you know what the center of your business is?
And it's not you. It's the core customer. We talked about that with the Bud Light situation, which we will do we'll retouch on that because so much stuff has happened.
So it's really not you, and it's not community info. It is our core customer.
Yeah, because see, this is the thing: as business owners, you always think, I got this great idea for whatever it is, and you set it up and you get your logo and you do all of those things, and you open up your lemonade stand. I just use that for an example, and nobody shows up. Why? Because you're centering the business around you and your desires, which is, that's not how it works.
Wow.
Did you find out if somebody wanted what you're selling?
Yeah, maybe they don't like, maybe they want Kool-Aid instead of lemonade. Okay.
Did you ask? See, this is the thing I see where, especially on Instagram, it's like, nobody's looking at my post. Nobody's liking my post. Nobody's commenting. Well, they don't care. Because you centered that activity around you and your wants and desires. But I'm here to tell you that the customer that you want out there, they don't care about your business. They care about themselves. How can you fix my problem?
Yeah, what's in it for me? What's in it for them?
Right. Think about it. Aren't we all me-centered? I'm me-centered because I want to make myself happy and solve my problems and make my life better. Get it? The business owner thinks, I'm going to open up this shop. I'm going to open, whether it's brick and mortar or online, and they're just going to run to it and buy it because it's such a good thing. It's a good product. I'm a good coach. I'm a good whatever. I provide the best service. Tons of other people do the same thing. Right? So if you center it around you, what you want, I'm going to make a ton of money, because you see others out there, especially this is in the online entrepreneur world where there's coaches and all these people, entrepreneurs that have classes and courses, and they sell you ebooks and they sell you things, and you see them making 10K months. Some people I've been following for a while, they're making tens of millions of dollars now, but they started in 2006 or whatever.
Right.
But they built up, and they're successful now because they didn't make themselves the center of the business. They said, how can I serve my customer? How can I serve them? See, a lot of people don't think about that.
Right. And I know we've been talking about it before. What are the people you want? We found out where they hang out. We probably did all of that. But
that's cool.
What did they want?
Right. You found the lair. You found the beehive. So what? You found it. They still don't want what you got.
And
you found where they're hanging out. Good for you. Now what? Are you helping them? Are you serving them? Are you giving them something they want? Instead of me, my business, I want to make $1 million this year. Well, that's good, because the business wants to make revenue and sales, but that's always the last thing at the end of the line. What's at the beginning? The customer. It's because they want the one and done. And as a business, you don't want a one and done customer. You want a repeat customer. Why? Because it's less work to get a new one. You've already satisfied that one, or whoever's in your pipeline, and all you have to do is keep them happy. And you do it by not trickery, by not pretending to be an ally, to be aligned because it is whatever month. That's not what you're doing. So that's what I mean by the center of your business. You're putting your greed of, okay, other people are making millions of dollars selling their courses. I want to do it, but does it fit the bill? Does it satisfy a need? Does it help? Does it help? Ask yourself, does this help? And that will keep you.
there are sometimes when people put together a campaign or something, it feels very forced. It feels like you just doing this because everybody else does this type of or a challenge,
whatever it is,
a course or a challenge or a whatever, and it's not you, because that's not what you've ever done before.
You're inserting yourself into a space where you didn't earn your you didn't earn your way in. There are other people that have. Like, if you want to be an ally to the LGBTQ plus community, you don't do it in June. You should have did it in January when nobody was talking about it. If you're authentic, that's what Fran said about being authentic. It has to be authentic. You have to care, because we can tell if you don't care. But no, they still have to say, okay, what's the experience here? We can't just come in and blow up a brand because we want Gen Z or we want that community. You can't blow up the existing brand, because you're going to make the comfortable people, the people that are in a certain area of the country who do certain things, and then you come along and throw a wrench in that they didn't want. Don't force people to do something they don't want. Like, who are you helping? Who are you serving? Especially in this time where the economy is, it's a wild ride. We don't know, the feds are doing this, and are we in a recession? Are we not? Inflation. So things are very unstable. So you're talking about getting money from a person. I'm real careful with who I give my money now. I don't know you. No, like, and trust. I never heard of you. You're not getting my money. If you just popped up like a daisy out of the ground going, hey, like, no, where have you been? So a lot of the people that I follow, know, like, and trust, they've been doing this for years, like at least 10 years.
Right.
They've got a brand. They built a brand. And they've talked about things authentically, and I know that they have, because it's tried, true, and tested. Especially now in the era of ChatGPT, where everybody has the perfect comment and the perfect post and I can spot it now. I'm like, oh man, look at you. You just going to town, because they copy and paste. Now the smart ones will go, okay, let me use this tool, but I'm going to put my spin on it, my flavor, and then it sounds like me, and it won't be such a disconnect. That's really what I wanted to bring up and talk about, and because this makes you unique. Being yourself, being not self-centered, but customer-centric. What do they want? What do they need? Are you helping them? Are you serving them? And then, especially like I said, where things are, economy-wise, your customer, your audience might not have a fat wallet anymore, or things have happened. You've seen a lot of layoffs, especially in tech. You might want to help instead of trying to sell them a $9.97 course. You might want to help them. Doesn't mean that you give all of the information, but you want to be helpful. But it's not to put down. Well, it is to put down the money. I'm gonna put the money grab people down, because they're grabbing the money from somebody who wants the help, but they're not giving them the help. They're just grabbing the money and going. And here's my cheat sheet, here's my PDF, here's my book, here's my the Instagram secrets or the whatever secrets, $19.99, and you get the little PDF as a one-page thing of, well, I could get that from Google. There's a lot of that going on. And then also, because of ChatGPT, there's a lot of stuff going on where they're just, I'm like, that's ChatGPT, because I see it spits out, if you don't ask it specific prompts in a specific way, it's going to give you generalized information. I'm like, well, I know what that is. You just slapped it into a PDF and sold it for whatever price, but you're not offering anything. You're not helping. They're not helping. So does everybody see what I'm talking about with the center of your business? Because we're so, it's my business, it's my baby. Isn't it great? And I think we mentioned that before about your baby. Oh, isn't it beautiful? This is, and people are like,
that baby is cute.
I think Seinfeld, we said Seinfeld did it. They did an episode about the baby.
And the
Okay.
baby was not cute.
Isn't she beautiful? Yeah. So that's kind of, we want to get out of that thinking of, I got this great idea. I started my business, and isn't it wonderful? And everybody's going to love my product, my service. No, they won't. No, they won't. So you have to think about, how am I serving? How am I helping? So one of the things Fran brought up was be authentic. So I have that on my list. Now, people say that, be authentic. What is it? So you want to, find your voice, talk in your voice. You want to share your story. You want to be transparent. And here's another one, admit and learn from mistakes. Like, oh, I told you the wrong thing, or I said, I'm sorry, so you don't sweep anything under the rug, so to speak. So you want to do those things.
You mean admit when you was wrong?
Admit when you were wrong. I gave you the wrong info. I'm very sorry.
Or the information has changed since the last time I told you something.
Yeah.
And we now need to make a pivot.
But let them know. Do you let them know, or you go, oh, I made that. Oh, let me disappear. No. Stand up in that spot and own it. I don't know, but I'll find out. Or I gave you misinformation. Let me correct it, because I want to make sure that you get what you need to help you grow your business, improve your life, whatever the thing is that they want from you, that you're offering. Okay, be authentic. Another one, I just talked about, offer value. People say that, what is offering value? Solving problems, educating the audience, giving them deals, special deals, provide entertaining content. We're in that era now, infotainment. We've been in that for a while. So, you gotta, and it's not dancing. It's just engaging in a way that's authentically you, if you tell jokes, like Mark is funny. So I expect to see, but I'm not, if I see something sad from him, I'm going, oh, what's happening? Something's wrong. What's happening? So that's what I mean about being yourself and offering content in your way. If you're witty, you're witty. If you're snarky, if you're funny, if you're serious, professional, do those things. Don't follow. And I see this a lot. People would always copy Gary Vee's style because they think it's the style, but that's him. That's his voice.
Yeah.
But it was him.
Yep, and he was dropping the F-bombs everywhere then. He just didn't start doing that.
Yeah, so you don't you drop the F-bomb because, well, this person does it and they've got all of these followers and they've got millions of dollars. There's a reason why that person has what they have, because they worked on their craft. They've done it day one when nobody was watching.
And here's the thing about Gary Vee. People who don't like the F-bombs being dropped will still listen to him in spite of them.
Oh, they say all the time, why don't you stop cursing? So he has another YouTube channel where he doesn't curse, that he takes out the
right.
He bleeps it out.
But some of us will still listen because it's like you just kind of move that out the way and get to the meat.
That's the Jersey way. He's from Jersey. That's how they do. But I mean, that's just how it is. You have to find your way, and finding your way, fortunately or unfortunately, means that you start at zero, and especially if you're live streaming or video, and you're like, this is crazy. Who am I talking to? Nobody's there. But you keep talking until somebody's there. So look, somebody's there. We've got people here. Why? Because we're here in this space, consistently talking about a topic that maybe you like this week's topic, maybe you didn't like last week's topic, but that can't stop us from what we're doing, because we're helping. Reach out to me on your favorite platform. Send me a message, a comment, a DM, however you want to reach me. I will answer your question, and it's not a problem. Let's talk about it some more so that you understand fully the insights, the information, the implications of today's question, so you get the knowledge that you need. Okay, so again, reach me on reach me at terryjohnsononline.com/info, Terry Johnson Online everywhere, and let's talk about it. Let's get into that information that you need to know. And you always wanted to ask a question, and either you couldn't find the correct answer or there's just too much information. Let's face it, there's overwhelm of information online. Okay, so that's it for today's question. I will see you next time.
Yeah. Yeah.